What's up, everybody? It's Aaron and Ray here, back again with
Oh,
another episode of Franchise Tag Fantasy Football Podcast. Sorry for the stumble there. Ray made me giggle with his little hiding behind his microphone. So we're back with another episode, Ray. We are recording on a night that has Hard Knocks playing, so I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to watch Hard Knocks while I edit this video.
I thought you were going to watch 90 Day Fiancé. That's what I thought.
No. Why would I watch 90 Day Fiancé?
I don't know. It's the trashiest trash TV that you want to watch.
I have a question. Did you start watching it, or did your wife start watching it first?
Leandra says that I started watching it. It's not true. It's not. Leandra brought me in.
She roped you in like season 1, episode 1, or like she had already been watching this?
Yeah, it's like a couple episodes into like the third season or fourth season they did.
Okay.
But it was just so ridiculous. I can't even remember all the things that really brought me in, but they're still running. Like those same people from that season are still like getting series.
They're like getting remarried, or they're
just still on TLC.
They're still together,
milking that cash cow, baby.
Why can't I get on the?
That's what I'm saying. Hey, if you could hit that like and subscribe, so that we can get on that train.
Promise we'll give it back to the viewers. We'll do giveaways.
You know it.
We'll do giveaways all the time.
I'll give 10% back.
Get us there, people.
Hey, while I have you people listening to my sweet voice, do you ever wonder what your life would be like if you had more beef jerky in it? Well, I don't have to worry about that, because our sponsors of today's show, Driffles Jerky, have supplied us with that money meat. Now, if you guys would like to get yourself some of that money meat, go ahead and travel on over to drifflesjerky.com and use promo code Franchise Tag Fantasy Football. Promo code Franchise Tag to get yourself 10% off of your next order.
We'll get it one day. For all of you who need to know the spelling, it is on my shirt. Just take off the apostrophe and you will be there. So, Ray, as you can see, my shirt came. And along with my shirt, the sweet people at Driffles Jerky, they gave me 2 packs of Dr. Pepper jalapeno jerky. And boy, let me tell you, I had to force myself to stop eating it, or I would have ate a whole pack in one sitting.
It just slaps. It slaps every time.
I had 6-year-olds. Does not like spicy things. Loved the Dr. Pepper jalapeno blend.
I don't even like spicy food, so I'm with her. Me and her, same palate.
So she took one bite and was like, "This is spicy, but it's so good."
Look, so that's out of the mouth of a child, so you know it doesn't lie, right?
True. That's very true. She says what's on her mind, and she's not afraid to do it.
Anyways, hey Aaron, I have a question for you today.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Yeah, this is gonna be a series of questions throughout the next couple episodes.
Okay. But a whole series, so it's gonna be longer than one.
Let's not get into the details, all right?
Oh, fine.
You let me worry about those things. You just be over there being beautiful.
Okay.
So, who is your favorite person to watch in the NFL right now?
Right now?
Right now. I have like 2 that like I go back and forth between, and they're not Packers players. Now, be fair, this next upcoming season could change that with Romeo Doubs and the hype train, and me being on the conducting portion of that hype train. I've been selling tickets to it. You guys are more than welcome to join. But I'll give you mine. Justin Herbert, one of my favorites, and Lamar Jackson. Always fun to watch.
Okay. I think Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen was up there too, yeah.
And I think I'd probably say, I don't want to give a quarterback because you gave 2 quarterbacks, but Patrick Mahomes, dude, he's
again
awesome to watch. He literally can, and we've all seen it, lay horizontal on the ground and throw a ball 25 yards and hit a dude in the face mask. Like,
look, I can't deny that, and it's crazy. So we just mentioned quarterbacks.
TJ Watt's a good one, but yes, we did mention quarterbacks. TJ Watt's probably a good one. Trying to think who else here.
Oh, defensively. Now we're talking about defensively.
Jalen Ramsey,
all around. Jair Alexander.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but my top 2 are quarterbacks, because that's who you're going to see.
They handle the ball every they handle the ball every snap.
Everybody wants to see offense. You know, if you said a kicker, you're lying. Get him out of your league too.
I don't know, unless it's like Pat McAfee when he would do kickoffs and just go truck somebody.
I like Justin Tucker too. I like his energy. I
did too. Oh, that's good.
Suck it signs all over the place.
Did you see, what was his name? Matt Ariza bomb an 82-yard punt? Holy crap, dude. You want to talk about change of field position?
That's a weapon right there. Honestly, that's so undervalued. Think about that.
Yeah.
Now, don't go taking this out of context and be like, oh, we need to get punters in this league. Don't be doing that. I couldn't be further away from that. But no, that was crazy. Like, you think about how much of that game changed, or at least a couple series changed because of that.
You know what sucks is that most people be like, oh yeah, it was 82 yards, but he only netted 62 of it because they got the ball back at the 20. Well, yeah, instead of getting the ball back at their 35 or 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dude blasted it. But anyways.
Camp news.
Okay.
Camp news.
Some news from around the NFL.
Yeah. Apparently Eli Apple is just locking down Jamar Chase. I don't believe that that's indicative of what the season's going to be, but that's what's being tweeted out in the Twitter sphere.
I think this is just a cruel ploy from Jamar Chase again, where last year he couldn't see the stripes. This year, people can lock him down, and it's just going to be one of those things that he gets out there and is unstoppable.
Could be. I don't know. I just wanted to give Eli Apple the credit that he's never going to hear about. So, Eli Apple, good on you, kid.
Oh, what else? What else you got for news? Did we find out anything about Zach Wilson?
So far, the reports on his knee after the orthopedic surgery, or is it orthoscopic surgery? Look, we're not doctors here. I wish I was, but I'm not. Orthoscopic surgery says that there's no structural damage other than meniscus tear, and that it was a success, as reported by SleeperBot. And whoever reported that.
Cool. I mean, I really don't care about the Jets. I don't think he's worth the 2 cents that he was drafted with. So
I will say that I liked having him in that situation more than anything else they have coming in.
That is
for
fair.
Elijah Moore and for Garrett Wilson.
That's fair. I just don't think he's going to be very good.
I don't think so either.
We talked about it last year. So
yeah, I mean, you got to think. Would you rather have Joe Flacco or anything else that you could put under center?
I would rather probably try to make a trade with the Niners for Jimmy Garoppolo if he's going to be out all season, because I'm Robert Saleh and I have a rapport with Jimmy Garoppolo and I'm the head coach. So he's going to be better than Joe Flacco or Matt White.
Sounds like anything under center. I just think that, it's unfortunate news for Zach Wilson. Anyways, you guys know my love, my true love for Michael Eric Skinner Thomas. I guess he was having some good reps against Jair today in practice. Something to monitor, something to maybe take heed of.
Yeah, Sammy Watkins also beat the Saints secondary on a deep 60-yard bomb. So I'm going to take everything with a little bit of a grain of salt.
I mean, yeah. I'm just things you're going to hear from training camp, just put them away in your little brain sacks. Make sure that you remember them. Also, remember that Sammy Watkins is the most valuable Week 1 DFS play ever. That is true.
That is very, very true.
Do you remember that time where I could have won like $20-something thousand by starting Sammy Watkins and I didn't?
In DFS? Yeah, because I remember you were like Sammy Watkins or somebody else. I was like,
It was Juju.
No.
It was Juju.
Yay.
Tough. Couple $100 or 20,000 or something. It was something big.
Yay. All right, guys. So today is the top 12 quarterback rankings. We are not going to rank tight ends. We are not going to rank defenses. We are not going to rank kickers. If you want a quick synopsis of tight ends, Ray, chime in if you think that I'm wrong on any of these. Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, Darren Waller, George Kittle, and then after that, whoever you like best. Am I right?
Throw a dart at a board. There's your tight end for that week, really.
There you go.
There's going to be some matchups. We're going to talk about it during the season. There's going to be some matchups you might want to exploit if you're going to be streaming tight ends, because the majority of you are going to be. There's only 4 good ones in the league. Yeah. One of them is going to get hurt for sure. So, going to be streaming him. I like TJ Hawkinson. I like
Cole Kmet late.
Cole Kmet, Pat Freiermuth.
Gerald Everett late.
Gerald Everett.
He's on the Chargers now with a good quarterback. Everyone remember? Oh, I mean, I guess it was Phillip Rivers, but I mean, with Antonio Gates at the Chargers, they're just known for, you know. But I think that you'll see why I'm talking about Gerald Everett in a little bit.
I do really want to just bring up Pat Freiermuth just because if Jimmy Graham could catch touchdowns in Chicago with Mitch Trubisky there, then I think that Pat Freiermuth can do the same thing because Jimmy Graham was absolute trash.
Pat Freiermuth with the Steelers, but
no, I know, but Mitch Trubisky was with the Bears with
makes sense.
Jimmy
Full circle
Graham.
now. Sorry, I was like, where are you going with this? But
And he caught a few touchdowns from him.
Connected the dots.
He was part of that offense. He was looked at by Mitch Trubisky. And this is all assuming the Mitch starts. Who knows what's going to happen there? Just remember George Pickens. Just remember that name.
Yeah, that's true. So that basically covers that. Are you ready to jump in the top 12 quarterbacks? All right. Oh, I wanted to bring up that I think the next show that we record is probably going to be an auction draft. So get ready.
Wait, I had to get ready for this?
For an auction draft? You're just going to go into it willy-nilly and blind?
Ooh, I love going in blind, let me tell you. Absolutely no information, zero experience. Just throw me in.
Okay, well.
Sounds like my daily life.
That's fair. All right, ready to get into this draft?
Oh,
or the rankings?
Yeah.
All right. So, Ray, I did look at the list. I actually input mine in the show doc before yours this time. I do see that we have a couple overlaps.
You don't say.
Happens every time, I guess, huh?
Crazy.
So, without further ado, go ahead. Give us your number one overall.
Well, can we just go like the first four? Josh Allen, my number one.
And my number one is also Josh Allen.
Shocker. You're going to see a real, not a coincidence. What would you like to call that? A real, let's say trend. A real trend in this list of if you're a rushing quarterback, you're probably going to be ranked higher than what you actually would be in real NFL speak.
So this is 4-point passing touchdowns as well.
Yeah. Even though I think that 6 might be a little more fun.
That's
maybe.
What we play in, and I wanted to bring it up, but it got brought up to the point of that's going to change keeper values of quarterbacks. So if we were going to do it realistically, we should have already done it, but we'll have to do it in the future.
Sure.
Anyways,
here's the second one. Justin Herbert. Sherbet.
Oh, you didn't even talk about Josh Allen.
What do we need to talk about? He's the consensus number one quarterback in the NFL.
He's got a cannon.
He's got a cannon. He's got the most weapons around him out of any of the real big three that you would want to see. And he runs the ball a lot.
It's fair.
And right now they have an unproven running game.
It's fair. Good for rushing touchdowns.
Until James Cook starts.
It's fair. All right, ready? Number 2, you said Justin Herbert?
Justin Sherbet, yes.
And mine is also Justin Herbert.
Crazy.
So I was talking about Gerald Everett earlier. I think that he's going to get to number 2 because he can run the ball if he needs to scramble and create a play. He has Keenan Allen, who I have at number 12. I don't know where you have him. He has Mike Williams, who I have at number 15, and you have at number 8. And then 9, excuse me. Then he has Austin Eckler coming out of the backfield, who I have at 5, and you have at 9? 8? Okay, 8. And then he also has Gerald Everett, who I think is going to help supplement into the passing game. He might not necessarily be 1,000 or 750-yard receiving tight end, but I think 6 or 7 touchdowns will boost that up there.
Yeah, they got weapons out there, and
I'd have Herbert for surefire 4,540 this year.
Don't sleep on Josh Palmer.
I'm not.
Don't do it.
No, but anyways, your reasoning, same.
The exact same. And you know what? He doesn't. He can tuck and run too. He's not a slow guy. He's a mobile guy. Yeah, he's a mobile guy.
So I think that their offensive line is good enough. As we know, they have enough Packer players on it that they protect them pretty well.
Yeah, Brian Bulaga wants to play. He's not even on that roster anymore, is he?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I gotta vet that. I don't know.
Brandon, is Brian Bulaga on the Chargers roster? Will you please let me know?
He ain't watching. He ain't a real one.
All right,
number 3. Patrick Mahomes. This is where we differ.
This is where we differ.
Look,
go ahead.
I get it. I get that he lost the cheetah. I understand that, but he still got Zeus. Still got Kelsey sitting right there. He's got a more accomplished slot receiver in Juju. And he still has a deep threat in MVS. Now, do I think that MVS can catch a football? Not really. And I don't think that he's going to – I don't think that he's it. I don't think so.
I think MVS is gonna be super boom bust this year,
as he's always been.
Exactly,
more bust.
And I don't get it. If people think that this year he's gonna go and play on the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes and he's miraculously gonna be able to catch consistently, I don't think that's what's gonna happen.
It's not even that. He was never utilized in Green Bay, and maybe it's different in Kansas City. Maybe. I don't think so though. You're going from one Hall of Fame quarterback to one guaranteed Hall of Fame quarterback to one most likely going to get in. I don't think that's too bullish to say.
Yeah.
In his young career, he's done enough so far to tell us that he's probably on the path.
Yeah. Fair. Got anything else?
Only that Patrick Mahomes also has a rushing upside. He tucks and runs a few times a game, and I just believe in the talent.
Yep. Agree. Ready for mine?
Sure.
Talking about rushing quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson is my number 3.
Old Lammer, huh?
Yes, he had, 780 or 90 something rushing yards last year when he missed, 7 games or something like that?
He didn't miss 7 games last season, but
3 games.
Maybe like 4. It felt like a lot more. To
3
me
or 4.
Yeah.
He felt like he missed a lot, but still, he missed. We'll say 4 games, and he had almost 800 rushing yards. If you add those 4 games in there, that's over 1,000-yard rusher. That's good to have at the quarterback position.
And I can also tell you that Hollywood Brown hurt him a lot. A lot. How many touchdowns did Hollywood Brown drop?
A gang. At least, as I say, at least 4 that I can think of off the top of my head.
I could think of 3 against the Lions alone.
So, I do think that he is an underrated passer. I do think his MVP year, he was super efficient because everyone was catching the ball. But you see it all the time with Mark Andrews, too. How many times does Mark Andrews drop touchdown passes?
Why do you bring these things up?
Quite a bit.
You do it on purpose. You do it to hurt me.
I had Mark Andrews the year before you did, and I felt your pain. Trust me.
Well, I'm gonna feel it again, baby. I take it back. No, I'm not. I'm not keeping him apparently because Miss Cleo told me I'm not.
But I mean, he was underneath the league average for touchdown percentage on passing touchdown percentage or whatever, whereas typically in the 6s, he was in the 4s last year. So I do think that he bounces back to our guess, and even at the touchdown passing median and yardage, the rushing yard is what's going to propel him.
Mm-hmm.
So, number 4.
Well, it's crazy that you brought up old Lammer because he's my number 4.
Okay.
Same reasons.
Any different? Okay.
I think that he's going to have a bounce back year.
Okay.
Even though he doesn't have Hollywood Brown, he still has Rashad Bateman.
And Devin Duvernay?
That's a name.
All right. Ready?
That's a name of a person.
Ready for my number 4?
Yep.
Kyler Murray. Same exact reasoning. I think he's a better passer than Lamar, not quite as good of a rusher, but I do think that he still has that rushing floor where he can get there to where he needs to be.
I don't know if he's a better passer. I don't know about that.
I'm giving you radio silence right now.
I can hear it.
You don't think that Kyler Murray has a better arm and is more accurate than Lamar Jackson?
I think that Kyler makes worse decisions.
I didn't talk about decision making. I said passer.
That would fit into the passer category, would it not?
No.
Someone in the chat bet that, please. Please.
You're telling me that if you have a dude who can put the ball on the spot every time, but sometimes makes some bad decisions, whereas a dude who sometimes still makes bad decisions with Lamar but can't put it on the spot all the time is a better passer than the first one?
I think that the decision making that Kyler Murray has, coupled with his physical limitations, are what
I've talked about Kyler Murray before, right? Okay, he's short. I've talked about how
he ain't short. He's average, right? No, he's not short. All right, guys.
He's short for an NFL quarterback.
Look, we gotta stop hitting each other in the kneecaps, man.
Okay, that's fine. Stop. Now you just took a shot there. So, but I mean, I've talked about, you can see the defeat in his face, and that's what I think falls into your decision-making category that you're talking about. Is there risk with them? Yeah, but it's because once a team jumps out and gets on him quick, he gets a little defeated. So he starts pushing the ball where he shouldn't. He starts running where he shouldn't. He starts doing things that he shouldn't do to try to get people back in the game. He gets defeated.
This is all not to say that, like, Kyler Murray is still a valuable fantasy quarterback. I'm breaking into Aaron's picks here just because I just don't know.
He wants to. All right, your number 5, please.
I feel like I can hear somebody in the background saying, "Let's ride."
Oh, let's ride.
Let's go, Russ. Russ Wilson, please.
Okay.
Danger, Russ.
All right.
Hey, have you heard that?
Unlimited.
Have you heard like the side thing about Russ and like the locker room? Like, he's the most goofy dude that's ever existed. And it's not like the funny goofy. Like, he showed up to training camp in his own jersey.
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
I think he signed it.
He's a professional.
No, like, he went out and bought a limited edition jersey of his own making and then wore it.
Why wouldn't he just have one? Why wouldn't he just have one given to him?
I don't think he had it given to him because he hadn't even got there yet. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. They just rumors around the camp, you know. Campfire rumors
around the campfire.
No, I think Russ has always been a perennial top 10 quarterback. He's in a better situation now than he's been in a while. And
would you say he's in a better situation now than he was in Seattle 2 years ago?
Yes, because I think that
he finished quarterback 6 2 years ago.
I think Denver's defense is better. I think that'll propel him a little more. But then it also could mean that they run the ball a little more too. The whole thing behind Russ
Nathaniel Hackett's given him the whole playbook.
Yeah, the whole thing about him moving there was that he wanted to cook. He wanted to throw. He didn't want to go with Pete Carroll chewing gum on the sidelines. Let's run the ball.
Running the ball 48 times a game.
Yeah, I think Russ is going to have a solid season.
I agree with that. My number 5 is Patrick Mahomes. It's hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes, right? Everyone's going to call me crazy. Oh, you have him at 5. You have him at 5. Oh, da-da-da. I love Patrick Mahomes. Like I literally just said in the beginning of the show, he's a dude that I love to watch play football. But it comes back to how you were talking about Juju. I do not think that he has, or not Juju, excuse me, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I don't think that he has the passing weapons there to propel himself to get up to that spot. Travis Kelce is still going to be good. Juju might be okay, but he's not going to put up the Tyreek numbers. Those are going to get kind of spread around with, I think it takes a dip. So that's why I have Patrick Mahomes at 5.
Okay. No, I can see. I think I have him at his ceiling. I think you have him at his floor. I really do think that's where that is.
Okay. Your number 6?
Nope, it's Kyler Murray.
Okay.
Old kneecaps himself.
All right. Any particular reason?
No, I have him a little lower than you. This is the real reason. I have him a little lower because he's not going to have a lot of weapons to start the camp or start the season. He's not. We saw how big of a dip he took without DeAndre Hopkins. It was considerable. And now you're talking about he might not have a full Marquise Brown. So what are his weapons right now? He doesn't have Christian Kirk anymore either.
Rondell
Is
Moore.
it Zach Ertz, Rondell Moore, right?
And Andy Isabella. Dude, you should feel ecstatic if that is your starting 2 wide receivers going into the season. Cardinals fans, rejoice.
I can't. No. That's why I have him a little lower.
That's fair. He has James Conner coming out of the backfield. I think that Hollywood Brown is going to get there before the beginning of the year. So
it's just that those soft tissue injuries and stuff like that, they're always concerning to me. And then
linger is the problem.
That's what it is. It scares me.
So, but yeah, I think
especially with a guy that's already had a bunch of hamstring injuries before him.
That's fair. So my number 6 is Joe Burrow. Joey Cool, Mr. Cool Guy.
Funny.
I know. I stole that from Ray, guys. He put it in the chat. I had to take it just because I have him ranked higher. I get to take credit for that one. So obviously, as everyone knows, I have Jamar Chase at number 2 and T. Higgins at was it 10 or 11? I can't even remember now. I haven't looked at wide receiver rankings since we did them. It was 11.
Oh, I threw him away.
So you don't and I have Joe Mixon in the top 10 of running backs as well. So you don't have 3 people inside of the top 10 of their position groups and not expect the quarterback to at least have some form of production. How are they going to get there? Well, Joe Mixon's going to rush a little bit. He's going to catch some passes, going to score some touchdowns. But as far as Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, they are directly correlated with Joe Burrow, and that is why I have him at 6.
Well,
number 7?
I have Joe Brr at number 7.
Hey.
Joe Brr.
Oh, you're purring? You're purring like a kitty cat? Do you ever think it's weird? Listen, hold on. Do you think it's weird that he went to LSU and they're the LSU Tigers and now he's on the Cincinnati Bengals and they're technically a Tiger?
Can someone vet where he went to high school at?
I said high school, I meant college.
No, can someone vet that? Like, can we get that information?
I can look. Go ahead, talk about Joe Burrow.
Can we get that? So I got Joe Burrow a little lower than you because I feel like Kyler Murray's going to have a better fantasy finish. He's got the legs. Although Joe Burrow is mobile, it's not. We didn't see it last season, and it might not be part of his game going forward because of that ACL tear. It was a pretty serious knee injury that he had. But I can't rank him too low because I have too many of his weapons in the top 10, top 12, top 13, 14. I believe T. Higgins going to take a step. I believe in Jamar Chase to an extent. I believe that Joe Mixon is a very good running back with pass catching ability that they don't use. And I think their offensive line got better. I can't bet against Joe Burr.
He was a bulldog in high school.
Don't you wish you would have been like a lion or some sort of feline?
Some sort of big cat?
Yeah, some sort of big cat.
Yeah, that'd have been great. Anyways, all right. So number 7 for me is Jalen Hurts. Go ahead.
What is going on? I'm looking at the list right now. What is happening?
What do you mean?
You have
like these people one spot ahead of you?
Yeah, how did it even happen? Like, where did we mess that up?
We did mess that up. But anyways, is he your number 8?
He absolutely is.
Okay, so I have Jalen Hurts number 7. I'm going to switch Trey. You have him number 8. I'm just going to pull him up on the screen for your 8. But I think of him as Lamar Jackson light. I do think that this year he's going to be more efficient in the passing game with Zach Ertz completely out of the lineup and Dallas Goedert getting a full offseason of being the man to catch passes at the tight end spot. AJ Brown going to that team helps, and I do think that Miles Sanders will have some passing work, but Kenneth Gainwell will also come in and spell Miles Sanders quite a bit, and he is a great pass-catching back. Jalen Hurts, another dude who has the potential to rush for over 1,000 yards, and I would say 10 rushing touchdowns.
The only part that scares me about Jalen Hurts, and I have him right after you, so it's not like he scares me that much, is that I don't know if the passing offense is going to progress. I don't know. Now it has to, right? Because
it has to with AJ Brown and Devonta Smith in the second year.
And you got to think that Devonta Smith, he's a very, very good route runner. He's going to have secondary coverage compared to what AJ Brown's going to have. So
that's fair.
Maybe he might have a nice year.
That's fair. But I want to ask you a question.
What's up?
Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I want to ask you and the people a question.
Oh.
Would you rather have Kyler Murray in the 4th or Jalen Hurts in the 7th?
Jalen Hurts in the 7th.
Okay. That should be your answer right there.
Without a doubt.
But that should be your answer, right? I mean,
I hate Jalen Hurts though.
I know you do.
I hate him.
The hate's real. All right. So my number 8 is Dangerous Wilson. Yeah, it's basically all the same reasons you said, and he's a perennial top 10 quarterback. I do see him being good, really good, really, really, really good, but I just like some of the other quarterbacks better, if that makes sense. So that's why he's at 8.
I always wonder, going into the season, is this the year that we're going to see a dip in Russ's rushing potential? Is he going to tuck and run as much as he is? And I feel like he's gone down every year. I got to bet that too. We got a lot of vetting to do, a lot of core vetting to do.
I feel like we should probably vet some of the stuff we want to talk about beforehand.
I got to think about this stuff while I'm talking to you.
That's fair.
I got to think about this stuff.
You know what we need? We need a producer that'll sit on the backside and just talk into our ears and say, this is this. As we vet it.
Hey, dummy, listen up.
Yep.
Hey,
pretty much.
You sound dumb. No, I do think that Russ is going to have a very solid season. I just think you have him a little low, but that's just my personal opinion.
That's fair. Like I said, it comes down to me just liking some other guys a little bit better. I don't necessarily dislike Russ. I mean, he's at 8, but just a couple guys I think, edge him out just a little bit.
Very good value at the end of the draft, too.
Who you got at 9?
Thomas, Plant Man, Jamal, Brady.
Why do you say Jamal and not James?
That's his legal name, Jamal. Legal. So what did he finish last season? Was it QB3? QB4 last season? It was QB3, QB4. I got to look that up.
It was 3 and 4 point.
But his weapons, I think, are better.
They're the same. +1.
I think they're +1. I think they're better. Because now you're not going to have Ronald Jones being electric on the bench. You're going to have Lenny. You're not going to have AB taking his jersey off in the middle of a Jets game. You're going to have Julio Cool Jones.
You don't think Russell Gage gets a little play in the slot before Julio?
No, not anymore. Nope.
Before
Russell
Julio,
Gage,
you don't think so?
Never. No,
Okay.
not a shot. Not a shot in hell.
Do you think Russell Gage was super mad when the Bucs signed Julio? He's like,
He
I
probably
just got away from him. And then
probably wasn't pumped.
Calvin Ridley, and then like,
Yeah, he wasn't pumped. I don't know. Maybe I have Tom Brady up too high, but then would you have thought that he would have finished in the top 5 last season? No.
I had him in the top 10. But
I mean,
I think top 5.
I don't think you have him as high.
I drafted Tom Brady last year, just strictly for the sole reason of he was my late round quarterback that I wanted. I wanted him or Matt Stafford.
Even later quarterback that you can draft right there, bam, and then you don't have to really worry about it. What is he gonna? He's not gonna burn you, is he? Did he burn you last season?
No, he was steady Eddie basically the whole time with some huge games in between.
Yeah, maybe he might get a stinker every once in a while, but it's okay. Because you're streaming quarterbacks anyway. You're taking late quarterbacks because you're smart.
Mm-hmm. All right, my number 9 is Trey Lance. Trey Lance.
Was that like a drum roll?
Yep.
We need a soundboard.
We do. I could probably find a sound effect for us. I'll get on that.
We need a Corvette. We need 2 Corvettes and a soundboard.
Okay. So Trey Lance, strictly because
he's gonna have 1,000 yards on the ground.
On the ground, yeah. And I think Kyle Shanahan is a good coach, and I think that he puts Trey Lance in good positions. And I think Trey Lance can pass the ball to Debo and George Kittle and rush the ball and finish at 9.
I have him a little lower than you.
Okay.
But every time that I think about it, I want to bump him up just a little more every time I think about it. Now, I want you to know, just for the viewership at home, I was the original conductor of this train.
Well, you just got booted to the caboose because I'm driving now, boy.
No, I think he's going to have a solid season for fantasy. I think he's going to have a lot of up and down play as a NFL quarterback.
Same.
But
he's not higher on my board strictly because I see a lot of turnovers happening.
But I mean, the rushing floor alone.
Yep.
He's going to have 1,000 yards. He's going to. There's no way. He's going to.
See, you're making my argument for me. All right, who you got number 10?
Matthew Stafford.
I have Matthew Stafford at number 10 as well. I just think with Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson and that offense and Sean McVay, same thing as Kyle Shanahan, that he did it last year. Yeah, he was up and down last year with it, but he's going to get it done again.
Yeah, you can't deny the addition of Allen Robinson. I feel like we did this last year too. We had this thing about maybe Ryan Tannehill is going to be something because he's got Julio and AJ Brown, and that never ever happened.
That's also because Julio wasn't ever really on the field, and AJ Brown was hurt too.
And then Ryan Tannehill isn't good enough to really do that anyway. So, but Matt Stafford is Matt Stafford borderline Hall of Fame for you?
Oh man, I don't know. I think Detroit buried him in everyone's minds.
Just a question.
Got to be a winning quarterback in order, I think, to be part of Hall of Fame. I know he won a Super Bowl. But
He's got
it's
one
like
of them things.
It's like Deion Sanders says, we gotta really start paying attention to who they're putting in the Hall of Fame because some of these guys you start to question.
Yeah, maybe something for the chat to throw in for us, and we'll have a little conversation about it. But do you think Matt Stafford belongs in the Hall of Fame right now if he retired tomorrow?
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about it either.
Number 11.
Wow, it pains me to put him so low, but
Okay.
the bad man himself, the current CEO and president of the Chicago Bears, and the 4-time MVP Aaron Rodgers. I feel like I have him too low. I feel like he's definitely going to be finishing above the 11th quarterback. What are you saying here? What are you saying here, Aaron?
No, I don't have him in the top 12.
Don't you feel gross?
I do, and I'm a Packers fan, but guess what, Ray? I think that the Packers defense is going to be really good this year, and I think that we're going to be winning football games 24-21, 27-21. I don't think we're going to be scoring a lot of points strictly because I do not have faith in Alan Lazard. I definitely don't have faith in Sammy Watkins. Don't really have faith in Rodgers and rookie receivers with Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. He might get it done every once in a while because I know that's who you want me to talk about, but I don't think he's going to be able to be the Devontae and put the whole offense on his back with Rodgers.
No, I can see where you're coming from, but how many times did you bet against Rodgers and you were wrong? You know, like how many times?
But I have him at 13.
Right? Like you have him at 13, he
Or
probably
14.
finishes like
14, excuse me. I have Dak at 13.
he probably finishes at 8. That's really probably where he finishes.
That's fair, but I don't have a lot of. I mean, I have faith in the Packers that they'll win 12 games this year because that's how they do. But also, like I said, I don't feel like we're going to be scoring, 40, 50 points.
Yet to be seen. Who do you have at 11?
Sorry. Who do I have at 11? I have Tom Brady at 11.
Thomas Jamal?
Yep. Thomas James Brady. Plant man.
The plant man himself.
I have him at 11, basically for all the reasons you said. But once again, like I said, I just like the other quarterbacks a little bit more, and they all have a little bit more rushing floor than Tom Brady does. So, yeah. But anyway, so do you have at 12?
I have Trey Lance as a conservative 12, and I feel like he's too low, and I should probably move him up. The only reason I think that he might finish this low is because they actually take the ball out of his hand and they run the ball 100 times a game.
Okay.
We've seen the Niners do it before. What's to say they can't do it now? Their defense is really good. I think that is it Witherspoon, the corner that had 2 picks, and that guy's a baller. He's a stud.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I saw that made me believe that he is not a guy in the league in that preseason game.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's their nickel corner.
Yeah, fair. That's also really fair. Will you please keep talking because I don't want to give my number 12. It's gross. It's nasty. I hate it.
I'm sorry. So while I'm talking to you guys about Aaron's nasty little picks, his little nasty picks. No, I do think that, like I said before, though, Trey Lance is ranked a little too low for me. I have Dak right outside of the top 12 at 13. I think Aaron does as well.
Same. Rodgers is at 14 for me.
I just, you know what? If we're going to talk about Dak for a second, if we're going to skip your...
No, I'm going to get my 12 when we can come back to Dak.
We don't have to do that. I saw it right now. We don't got to do that.
So my number 12, and I talked about it last week, and it feels bad for me being a Packers fan saying this. Do I think that he is a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers in real life? No shot. Do I think that this year in fantasy football he's going to be a better finisher than Aaron Rodgers? 49-51. 51, yes.
Go ahead, spit the name out.
Kirk Cousins.
Okay. Let me ask you a couple questions, Aaron. I gotta cut you off. This is disgusting.
I threw up in my mouth. I need to wash it down.
How dare you? How dare you?
I know.
Hey, if you're sitting at the clock, 10th round of your draft, money on the line, you're gonna draft Kirk Cousins over Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be there. Someone else is going to have drafted Aaron Rodgers already.
Answer the question.
I don't want to.
You're going to draft Kirk Cousins over Dak?
Yeah.
You're going to draft Kirk Cousins over Derek Carr?
Yes.
Ooh.
Dak and Rodgers, to me, those three at my 12, 13, 14 are, depending on how my team's built, depending on how I'm feeling that day, is which way it's going to go.
Okay.
But let me spit some facts to back up, or some knowledge to back up why I have Kirk Cousins at 12. Where do you think Justin Jefferson finishes on the season?
Number 1.
Okay. Where do you think Adam Thielen's going to finish on the season? Top 24? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Okay. Where do you think KJ Osborne's going to finish? Top 42?
Top 34.
Top 34 for KJ Osborne. Okay. Where do you think Dalvin Cook's going to finish? Top 10? You have him ranked in the top 10.
For me, I hope he finishes number 1.
Okay. So
I hope he does.
Let's see where you're going there. But anyways, Ray has the 101 in our keeper league, and Dalvin Cook's going back to the draft pool. That's why.
Well, no, he's getting drafted by me, guys.
So do you see where I'm going with this?
I get what you're going. I get it.
Okay. So would you agree with me right now? Minnesota has the best wide receiver room in the NFC North.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Would you agree with me that Minnesota has the best running back 1 in the NFC North?
Yes.
I think it's close. That one's a lot closer than the wide receiver rooms, right?
Close,
okay.
Yes.
So Kirk Cousins, since being in Minnesota, has been a 4,000 yard plus and 30 plus touchdown passer a year. You see where I'm going? That's why he's at 12.
No, I get where you're going. I just think it's
disgusting and I hate it.
It's shameful.
It is. So anyways, you want to talk about Dak now?
I'm so afraid of like taking Dak high and getting burned. But then it's all based on CeeDee Lamb. All of it. Everything is based on, do I believe CeeDee Lamb is the guy? Do I believe that in my heart, in my soul? No, I don't. I don't believe it. I don't. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's got it done before. I mean, granted, he did have Amari Cooper and CD at that point in time. But I think he finished at 13. Like I said, Rodgers is 14 for me. You want to hear another disgusting quarterback choice of mine?
If you say 2, I'll turn this. I'll turn this camera off right now.
You better turn your camera off.
I swear to God.
2 is at 15 for me.
I swear to God. Don't you dare. I hate these rankings. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm so over these rankings. This is disgusting. We keep bringing up these nasty, gross feelings in ourselves.
Yeah,
Tua shouldn't be in the NFL, and you have him at 15.
Stop it. Derek Carr's at 16, if that makes you feel any better.
It makes me feel a little better because Derek Carr's a superior quarterback to Tua.
Yeah, I just think
watch me get burned by that. Watch me get burned by that statement.
You will. I just think Tua has overall better weapons. Yep.
Too many weapons.
Yep. So those are my rankings, Ray. You ready to recap your rankings?
Sure, I guess. Before we do all that, just to keep in mind for those of you guys that are going to be going into dynasty drafts, those of you guys that are in two quarterback leagues, and you missed on, let's say, a second quarterback, I think Malik Willis is probably your best bet at something that could win you the league.
Desmond Ridder.
Or Trevor Lawrence.
He's probably already drafted in dynasty or 2 quarterback.
Yeah, if it's a dynasty startup. But Malik Willis, he's going to take that job. There's just no way.
Desmond Ridder is going to take that job simply because Marcus Mariota is going to get hurt from trying to run the ball all the time.
Desmond Ridder or Malik Willis right now, if you had to pick one of them?
Desmond Ridder, because I think he has a quicker opportunity to start.
Talent-wise?
Probably. I don't know. That's a toss-up.
I watched both games.
I know. I did too, and that's a toss-up to me. Because
Malik Willis, I'm saying for fantasy,
Malik Willis
fantasy alone, he wants to run the ball.
He does. He also as you can see, can throw the ball from just about any angle with his arm.
Yeah.
But he still makes. Obviously it's a rookie. He still makes
Yeah.
boneheaded plays. Desmond Ritter's going to do the same thing, but I don't know. Probably Desmond Ritter. Just because there's not. He's going to be the offense if he starts.
I wanted to bring up Malik Willis's name just because he wants to run. He wants to.
Mm-hmm.
Does not want to throw. He got benched for not throwing the ball because he tucked and ran.
Yeah, tucked and run. English hard.
English hard. Look,
so
it's been a long couple days, right?
That's fair. That's fair, man. That's fair.
But
But yes, I would agree. Malik Willis. We are done with rankings.
Thank God.
I wanted to do tight ends, but Ray,
how dare you?
He was on the fence, and he can't handle another ranking show. Guys.
No, I'll give you my rankings right now. Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Darren Waller, nobody else.
None?
I don't care about anybody else.
Okay, that's fair. Do you want
to talk about a defense real fast? You want to talk about defense?
No, because chances are most people are going to be streaming defenses.
Yeah, stream your defenses. But if not, Pittsburgh, Cleveland has a nice start to the season. Maybe L.A. Green Bay also has a good start to the season. The Chargers have a good start to the season. The Chargers are in a very difficult division, so maybe not.
Yeah, I would not play them when they start having their division games.
But check out the streaming wire, the waiver wire, and see if they're there for when they play. I think they play the Texans this season.
Probably. But yeah, I mean, we'll give people the streams of the week throughout the season too. Got anything else, Ray? I know you got one thing.
I do.
You do?
What do I have? Oh, that's right. The people that are paying to keep the lights on. Before we get there, if you guys have made it this far, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, help us out. We really want to start getting this going, quit our jobs, make millions of dollars, and we can't do that without your help. So let's get to that point. How would you say about that?
Sounds good to me.
We want 2 Corvettes.
I don't want a Corvette. I want a nice, modest home and to pay my truck off.
Take what you get, man. Take it.
Help me pay my truck off, people.
Anyways, today's show is brought to you by Driffles Jerky. And if you need or want or desire any money meat, go to drifflesjerky.com. Use our promo code franchise tag. Help a good business out with some good people making some good meat.
Here you go. Here's how you spell it. DRIFFILLS jerky.com. And believe me, the Dr. Pepper jalapeno blend is fire. But anyways, Ray, got anything else?
That's it.
Well, guys, until next time, we will see you later.